Hey there, Dr. Jewa Lea here with my Whole Heart Living series. It is a beautiful snowy day here in Detroit, and I just wanted to take a moment to go over another aspect of the heart-brain interaction that I discussed yesterday. We're going to be talking a lot about heart-brain in the coming days. And, you know, with the snow comes snow shoveling. And you can see that there have been people out shoveling the walks already. And increased heart rate, and all that stuff that goes along with shoveling. One of the things that happens with the heart, with increased activity or increased metabolic demand, is that there's an increase of blood flow. So metabolic demand actually drives heart, actually drives how fast the heart beats. So whenever you have to do something strenuous like shoveling snow, the heart beats faster to supply blood to the muscles and everything that's necessary to perform that task. And also, as I stated before, it moves the blood in a vortex manner, because the vortex is one of the most efficient ways of getting something someplace quickly. Today also is Super Bowl Sunday, and I'll use a football analogy to explain the importance of vortex movement. If you're a quarterback and you throw a ball, is it better for the ball to be wobbly when you throw it, or is it better for the ball to have a spin to it? And if you know anything about football, most people take pride in throwing a ball that has a spin to it. And that spin is vortex. And that vortex helps the ball get to its target fast and efficiently. So when the blood is when the heart is moving blood through the body, the vortex is the most efficient way of getting blood to where it's needed. Now, when we take our heart rate, especially after strenuous activity, they say, make sure your heart rate doesn't get too elevated, especially if you're a certain age and in physical condition, because you don't want to overtax your body. And so one of the things that we do is sometimes we put our fingers to our throat or to our wrist, and we count to see how many beats per second our heart rate is. If it's elevated, anything over 120 or 90 to 120 or plus, we say, okay, well, that's an elevated heart rate. And anything that's, normal is considered around 60. It could be lower and still be considered normal. But one of the things about heart rate that you may not know is that even though your heart rate is 60 beats per minute, it's not 1 beat per second. There's actually a variability there. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is very important in assessing heart health. The reason being is because of that feedback loop between the heart and the brain. The heart is always sending information to the brain, and then the brain gives a feedback as to what's going on with all the systems in the body. And so the heart's ability to adjust to the feedback and then send signals back to the brain and subsequently the body is our body's ability to adapt to small changes that are occurring all the time within our body. So you want a variability between your heartbeats. So instead of having 1 beat per second, you would like to have one between 2 beats, like 0.8 seconds, and then the next one being 1.1 second, and then the next one being 1.3, or the next one being 0.7. That variability is showing elasticity and adaptability to what's going on within the body. Elderly people and people who are sick don't have a good heart rate variability. They have a steady beat between each steady rate between each heartbeat. and that is something that's not desirable. So nice and steady doesn't necessarily do the trick with heartbeat. In regards to heartbeat, you want a variability. This is Dr. Jewa Lea talking about heart. This is day 4 of a 28-day series of whole heart living. As we go on, we'll talk more about heart-brain interaction and other things about the heart, sacred geometry. This is all material coming from my upcoming book, Whole Heart Living. And again, it's snowing here in Detroit, but we love it here. And we adapt. My heart rate is variable. Okay, so again, you can catch me on YouTube at drjewatv.com, and you can check me on my website, drjewa.com. That's drjewa.com. Make sure you like and subscribe to my pages and channels so that you can be updated as to when I'm going to be doing these broadcasts. I'm trying to make it consistent between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern time, but it may vary. If you don't catch me at that time, you can always catch me on my YouTube channel, Dr. Jewa TV. All right, I'm signing out. Enjoy the football game and go Eagles.